you'll probably find you're better off just not putting chemicals like that in your body. Now,
Chad, I got to
yeah,
jump in on that one because did you see? I think it was like 18 months ago, maybe 2 years ago. World Health Organization actually came out and said, "Yeah, aspartame we do not recommend. After all, that's the artificial sweetener in most of the diet sodas for the entirety of our lifetime, pretty much." So it's like the science catches up with reality. So thank you for bringing that in about diet sodas because a lot of us would think that's a healthy option because I'm going low sugar. But are there some drink, there's these trendy drinks out with that are sugar free but also don't have aspartame or Splenda or all of these different kind of chemical sweeteners. They have just a little bit of flavor. What is that called? The LaCroix, the Zevia with the stevia in it. What's your take on those ones? I'm getting you that water is awesome, but what about some of those non-sugar, non-caffeine, non-alcohol, maybe kind of sweetened or flavored beverages?
and they're likely going to be better than the whole sugar sweetened things. I don't know enough because I haven't looked into specifically as far as LaCroix and the different specific drinks. But one of the things that I know now that you can do that is healthy, that especially if you do it in a moderate amount, if you struggle just drinking water, you can add to it some lemon juice to kind of give it a better flavor for those of you who just struggle with drinking straight water. But in time, you'll get used to normal water anyway, and you get to the point where that's what you really truly want. But one thing about using too much lemon is lemon is good for you, but it can be, if you have sensitive teeth, it can be a little bit hard on the teeth if you're consistently using lemon juice.
I use it first thing in the morning.
But
My water first thing in the morning has lemon in it, but that's it for the day. And then I'm just drinking water all day long.
And you probably have better teeth than me, Scott, too. So you probably, I have much lemon. I just feel it in my teeth.
Hey, by the way,
everybody's got to work with their own.
You were talking, drinking 6 glasses of water per day increased your happiness threefold versus the chances that you are considering yourself a happy person versus somebody who's drinking 1 glass. And one thing you mentioned in there was that's probably because we're discarding a lot of the junk drinks to replace it with water. But do you also have research on drinking water versus being dehydrated and the benefits of that?
Yeah. That is one thing too, is that if you've ever felt it, people can see it in me. I have it. People, if I'm dehydrated, people look at me and say, "You look tired." So this is not a study. This is just, you can see it in my eyes for whatever reason. It just sticks out because I notice it consistently. And someone will say, "Are you tired?" And I'll know, actually, I'm not tired. I'm dehydrated. And if I drink water, people won't say that to me. So there is something about dehydration it's not like a disease, long-term disease, but you are not at ease when you are dehydrated. It is not a good feeling. But when you are adequately hydrated, now you can overhydrate too. You could kill yourself with water, but it's very unlikely to happen. It's typically if you're imbalancing your electrolytes, they go way down. You could die from that. But being adequately hydrated, it's an upper. It feels good to do that. And so I do think it's more, I think you're right, Scott, than simply what you're avoiding. You're getting enough hydration to all your organs, to your brain, everything. And as a result, you're going to feel more stable as a result of that.
I know people who get a headache and we think, I've got a headache, I need an aspirin. Like I must have an aspirin deficiency or something. It's like, no, ask why do I have the headache? And oftentimes it's just dehydration. Sometimes it's stress.
That's right.
Sometimes it's, you're coming off of caffeine and, there are other reasons for headaches, many reasons, but one of them, and the simplest to solve is, am I getting enough water? Am I drinking enough today? And as you're talking about proper hydration, I want to give our viewers like, okay, how much water should I be drinking in a given day or periods of the day? Is there best timing for drinking my water? Give us kind of like a water 101, how to do smart, not necessarily the brand, but actually is distilled water better than other spring water and just drinking it out of your tap? What's in the tap water? I mean, you could give a whole hour lecture on water, I'm sure, but give us kind of, some of your Cole's notes.
So I've heard a number of things, a number of suggestions, and we've even suggested things that we've heard from medical professionals in the past. like some say like half your body weight in ounces. So if you're, 100 pounds, maybe 50 ounces a day.